I think because of becoming enclosed in this kind of box almost, where they can't get out, and it's like the box is lined with their own thoughts, and their own like fears and all these things that they create themselves. They've built this. There was one example that was like this story that was written in one of the books that I've been reading at the minute, and he tells about this story of this man that goes to this like meadow, and he thinks, oh, this is a beautiful place. This place is so beautiful, like the sun's shining, like there's a little stream there. It's one of the most beautiful places that he's ever been to. And he thinks, oh yeah, I'm gonna build my house here. He's like, I'm gonna build a house. And then he builds this house, and it creates it like exactly how he wants. So he has big walls, big like bright colours on the inside, really big like artificial lights, and like all these security systems around his house, so he feels safe. And he really enjoys his house. Like he feels comfortable there. He can live there and be happy. And then over time, like the lights start to go out, like the house inside starts to deteriorate. But at the same time, he still feels very, very comfortable being in that house and living in those, living where he is, because he feels so super safe. He's got all the range security system, but he started not going outside anymore. He's not going outside. He's inside, and he feels very happy with just his artificial lights, giving him artificial light, and he's okay with that. And then his lights start turning off, and he becomes more and more like scared of going outside, and he becomes almost cemented in this house. And that house is your mind, and the walls are your fears. And outside there's still that meadow with like the sun shining, the stream running through, the exact same place that he arrived at and built his house. That's kind of when you first arrive there. That's kind of like childhood. You arrive into this world, and you look around, and you're just like, whoa.
You're amazed by everything.
You see a tree for the first time, and you're like, that's a tree. Oh no, you don't think that's a tree. You're just kind of like, what is this big green thing like that's coming out of the ground? It's crazy. There's all roots at the bottom, and it goes higher, and then sprouts up at the top.
That is a good description of a tree.
That's a tree. But like, they don't see it as a tree. Like we look at a tree and we go, oh, that's a tree. But like a baby, and they see a tree and they're like, what the hell? How does this work? But like, over time, we've built up these walls through our lives. So we create all these security systems, like the man did with his house. Like these security systems to stop things from the outside getting in. So like that might be so. Like in your actual life, if somebody like offends you, or like says something that you don't agree with, you get really, really aggressive and resistant of what they're saying. But like it's nothing. It's like just your security system going off. It's like, I don't want that in here.
Just protecting
You're protecting yourself, but at the same time, you might think that you're okay in there, but you're not living.
Well, you're slowly deteriorating.
You don't know that outside of those walls, it's this big meadow. It's beautiful. Like there's boundless space in this environment, and it's beautiful. And that fear and anxiety is keeping you inside those walls.
Just because you want to feel secure. That's a really good analogy.
I love that. I love that
really
analogy.
good.
It's a really good way of putting it.
Is it from The Untethered Soul?
Yeah, The Untethered Soul. I mentioned it in the last podcast as well. Yeah. It's a great book. I literally just finished it last night, so it's amazing.
I'm gonna have to read it.
Honestly, like I'll give it to you after the podcast. It's amazing.